Urban legends are often considered to be akin to fairy tales. You may think of many of these as works of fiction, manifested and kept alive by crazy rednecks and desperate journalists that will write anything for clicks. This is not one of those stories. In the last couple of days, there's been multiple sightings of a so-called Sasquatch in Ames, Iowa. My colleague Morgan brought to my attention an article by the Ames Register titled Sasquatch Sighted in Isaac Walton League Park. This piqued my interest, but I thought nothing of it. See, I used to be a skeptic, like most of the critics of this documentary, until the day after hearing of the article. On the day of December 31st, our friend went missing.
It was like any other day at Rory City. We were smack in the middle of the J-term season. Our group had planned to meet at my colleague Ethan's house right at 3:30 p.m. to discuss the particulars of our snail racing project. Deegan was late, as usual, so we waited. We had both seen him in first period, arguing with Mr. Diedick about his low chemistry grade. Time went by. It soon reached 3:45. Then 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30. We tried calling his mother, but she said he never showed up at home.
We were on our way to talk to Deegan's boss at the Build-A-Bear workshop in Ames to see if she could tell us anything. On our way there, Morgan spotted Deegan's car, abandoned at the edge of the Isaac Walton League Park. As I remembered the name from the article Morgan had shown me, I felt a sick feeling in my stomach. As we tentatively approached the vehicle, we noticed abnormally large footprints leading away from the car towards the dense forest. We were able to salvage his phone, a disappointing report card, and a receipt from Walmart for 18 one-gallon jugs of milk.
But probably the most concerning of all was seeing an article torn out of yesterday's paper. The title read in big letters, "Bigfoot spotted in the Ikes League Park. Witnesses say it's the real thing." This shocked us to our core as soon as we realized what we were dealing with here was nothing we could have ever dreamt of. Around the Isaac Walton League Park is a remarkable group of citizens who dedicate themselves to the safety and well-being of the community. These are their stories.
Bigfoot stole my wife. I woke up one morning and I got a note from her saying, I'm taking Peggy Sue and I'm leaving you for a man with bigger feet. And I think that is obviously proof that Bigfoot took my wife.
Sir, I asked you about your last trip to the woods.
Well, I just don't know where I went wrong. I mean, me and Peggy Sue, she's my only child. We just celebrated her quinceañera. She's like 12 or 21 or something like that. And I mean, I work hard to give my wife nice things and smelly cheese and all that stuff. And she just runs off and leaves me for Bigfoot, man. Bigfoot.
Sir, can you please tell us what you know about Bigfoot? Did you see him at all?
Oh, God. Bigfoot took my wife, man. Bigfoot ran off with my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know much about Bigfoot, but I lost my shoe in the woods once.
Then why did you apply to be interviewed?
I don't know. I thought this was like a public forum. Hey, Mom and Dad.
Please leave.
Sorry, jeez.
To put it simply, we must allow Bigfoot into our souls to carry us away from an unforgiving world.
Hold up, I'm not sure what you mean here.
Son, it seems to me that you are lost on the path of the impure and corrupt. Join me and Bigfoot shall redeem you in his hallowed woods, where man is no longer constricted to the rules of society. You must embrace the will of our Lord before you condemn to the pits.
No.
Yes. I pity you, my son. For now, I suppose, I must allow you to find Bigfoot on your own.
Do you even know who Bigfoot is?
All too well.
What do you mean?
I was hiking with my friends one afternoon in the Isaac Walton League Park. What was that?
Never mind about it. Record.
We were walking, and we heard these loud thuds that sounded like a bear, so we kept on walking. Although the sounds kept getting closer, we approached what looked to be a small shack, and then we heard this ungodly animalistic noise. Suddenly, a large rock was thrust towards us, thrown by whatever the source of the noise was. My arm was pinned to the ground and I couldn't move. When I recovered from the fall, I saw that my friends had all fled from the area, which was strange because they had all flocked to me earlier for physics answers.
So you kids say your friend is missing. Well, don't you know they have to be gone more than 24 hours?
But sir, our friend's been missing for days.
Let me look at the checklist. We'll look at the checklist. All right. Now, let's see here. He has to be born on a full moon while Mercury's in retrograde, and his zodiac sign has to be a Leo, Pisces, or Cancer.
With all due respect, officer.
And he has to have O-negative blood, Native American ancestry, and have been raised in the forests of northern Canada by wolves.
Officer, that seems really unnecessary. Can you just file the report?
Well, according to this, you have to have a missing person's license to file a missing person's report. Do you have a missing person's license?
I'm not sure that's a thing, officer.
Oh, you kids, we'll just go around the process. We don't need a license. We'll just get out our smartphone. This is unacceptable, all right? This is police business now. You just let us handle this, all right? This is absolutely insane. You kids just come in here and you think, oh, it'll go so fast, but that's never how it goes, all right? Here's what I do.
2 hours later.
Good morning. I would like to thank you all for attending this press conference about the missing child. I'm now going to be reading a statement from my office. There isn't much that I can share to the public at this moment. But on December 31st, a young man went missing near some private forest land in Ames. His car was found with the keys still in it, leading us to believe that this could have been a forceful kidnapping. The description of this individual is about 250 pounds, about 6 feet 4 inches, Caucasian, with curly brown hair. His last known location was the Isaac Walton League Park. Thank you.
So, you kids want to know about primates, huh?
Yes, sir, we do. Thank you for meeting with us. As we understand it, you specialize in primates?
Podius maximus, to be specific, but yes.
We have good reason to believe this local Podius Maximus kidnapped our friend. Can you tell us anything that we should know before heading out to find him?
Well, you see, this species of animal, colloquially known as Bigfoot, it's just a big old monkey. They all have the same behavioral patterns. They wake up, they get banana, they eat banana, and they're all feces. When they mate, oh boy, do they mate. I can tell you, they're very territorial, and they're very rarely venture far from their territory. That must mean that the Sasquatch that took Deegan must be still in the forest.
Do you think it actually would have taken Deegan, though? Do these primates have aggressive tendencies towards humans?
I reckon so. There's plenty of examples of people gone missing in these Sasquatch-laden North American forests. I wouldn't go near one if that's what you're asking, unless you're a trained professional like me. Here we are, edge of Isaac Walton League Park.
Alright, so we know that Bigfoot's pretty dangerous, right? So to prepare for this, I've collected a small store of rocks that we can use in our fight.
Nobody is throwing rocks at the wildlife, all right? This park is closed by order of the sheriff's office, all right? I'm going to have to ask you kids to leave.
But officer, we need to find our friend. We think that...
What in the... What was that? What was that?
Wow. You know, some people just have no respect for wildlife.
You're telling me? Look at this.
That's odd. Like a milk jug of all things. Like, why would you leave that in the forest?
I get that. Because who would even have the time to finish all that? Oh my God. Is that a footprint?
See?
It's very large. It's gotta be. It's gotta be a larger than average footprint here.
You might even say, big. It's a big foot.
You might even say that. Well, there's only one way to tell if it's fresh.
How's that?
Oh yeah, that's fresh right there.
How do you know?
Well, I spent 2 years in Vietnam. I had to track down some Viet Cong.
Oh, well, thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
What do you kids think you're doing out here? All right, we're looking for your friend. Now just go on.
Well, I say we go back, see if we can get into his phone. There's got to be some clues on there.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, let's be realistic here. The cops are already involved, and I don't want to go to jail, bro. Do you know what that would happen if we went to prison? We're not cut out for that. You know the stories about dropping them.
Whoa. Where is all this coming from? This is our friend we're talking about. We can't just abandon him like he's yesterday's Frase del Dia.
I know, but this isn't a game. There's real consequences here. We saw the evidence in the woods. There's a Sasquatch out there, a dangerous animal. Would you be so gung-ho to run in, even if it was a lion?
Don't you remember when we met Deegan? Who was just walking by when your cat was stuck in a tree? Who used his immense height to get it down? Who was the first person to respond to your Snapchat story when your pet fish died? Who told you he would be your friend because no one else would?
Deegan Hobbs.
That's right. Point is, Deegan has been there for us no matter what. Now it's time for us to be there for him. Now are you with me or not?
I'm with you, bro.
Who we fighting for?
Deegan Hobbs.
Who?
Deegan Hobbs!
Alright, so we can't exactly go back to the park.
Well, we might not actually need to.
Why is that?
Well, we don't know he's there for sure. I mean, what if he called for help or something?
But why would he leave his phone?
Well, we could at least see if something's on it. Maybe he called someone before he left.
Alright.
It appears it won't open. But I have an idea.
And we're in.
Finally.
Alright. So he's gotten a few messages from this Comrade Gobe person. Deegan's last message to him was talking about his chemistry grade. Apparently it wasn't doing so good. And Comrade is threatening to send him back to the potato fields?
Potato fields? That's not suspicious at all.
Oh, there's a lot of messages from this Comrade Gobe person. I guess we better talk to him.
Yeah, try calling him.
Here, I'll put it on speaker.
Do you think he'll pick up?
I hope so.
Hello. Latitude 38.187061. Longitude 89.754852. 4:35 p.m. Do not be late.
What does that mean?
Sir? Oh. He hung up.
What even was that?
It was coordinates.
Coordinates?
But I don't know to where.
Well, it's almost 4:30 p.m., so we better get going.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, it's 4:35.
Well, there's no Comrade Gobe. He must have stood us up. But there's that conversation going on there. He must have wanted us to see something.
Yeah, he must have brought us here for this. Bigfoot disturbance. We should probably go talk.
Alright, we should probably go talk to her.
Let's see the sheriff in here. Excuse me, man. We talk to you for a second. So we're doing an article for the news. Do you think you could tell us what you saw last night?
Well, you see, I was making a soup, and then I saw this shape in my backyard, and it was rummaging through my trash. I couldn't really see much.
Any distinguishing features?
Well, I couldn't really see much. Like I said, it was dark out, but it kind of looked like a bear man or something. And then, I swear, but I think I might have almost made out abs.
I'm sorry, abs?
Yeah.
Abdominal muscles?
He was like absolutely ripped, man. Like a 6'4" hunk of meat. An absolute unit.
Well, thank you, ma'am. This helps a lot.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Have a good day, officer.
Thank you. Alright. So I got a general rendering of the guy.
That looks pretty good. I managed to get in touch with the Ames Register after several angry calls and a quick chat with their manager. They agreed to print an article for us. In addition to this, we printed out Deegan's Tinder profile picture and images of Bigfoot to hang up around Ames and Rory City. Our hope is that enough people will see this article and come forward with any information that we could use to help us find our friend.
Hey, who's the flowers for, bruh?
It's for our friend Deegan. You see, he's gone missing and we believe Bigfoot took him.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's messed up. You know, I think I saw him pass through here a couple of nights ago. I won't forget him either.
Really? I mean, this is getting his house now.
Do you think we could see security footage, though?
Well, it just so happens that our cameras have been out of order ever since that derecho passed through here. It absolutely trashed our system.
That's just our luck. Let's see. What could we have missed?
It's got to be something at the car. Deegan wouldn't just up and leave his phone in his car like that.
Well, let's see. In his car we found some newspaper, his phone, some large footprints, the report card, and a receipt.
What?
The receipt. Remember we found like 10 milk jugs on that list?
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
The receipt was in his car, and therefore if we just follow the milk jugs, then we'll definitely find Deegan.
That's right. Let's go.
Hey, here's the milk jugs.
Yes.
He's got to be close then, somewhere.
Somewhere.
Where could be? Hey, look, he's right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
you kids, come back here. You're not supposed to be here. Come back. Get over here. Get over here.
Ah.
Back here. Come back here.
You got him, guys. You got him. It's the real Bigfoot. Oh. Wait a second. What's this?
It's a mask. Deegan Hobbs.
Why'd you do it, son?
My chemistry grade was tanking. I saw an article in Ames about Bigfoot sightings, so I decided to come out here with my fursuit, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Wait, but if Deegan was inspired by Bigfoot, then where's the real Bigfoot?